I know one of those days that a kicker cherishes to be able to use the leg as often as you have, but to deliver the win and set a record, I guess personally, what does it mean for you? And knowing that all that led to a team win, what does that mean collectively?
You know, it's an honor. I'm just happy I'm able to go out and just help this team win. You know, it's an honor to be able to set that record. It's funny because me and Caleb Coley were in the locker room singing "The Lord Will Provide" before we ran out, and he really did. Being able to get that many kicks, it was a blessing.
Jonathan, first, just real quick, do you play 2K? Do you know that reference?
I don't.
Gotcha. When were you aware that you set a record? Was it after the game? Anything on the sideline with like, hey, you're close here? When were you aware of that?
I was told, I don't remember when exactly during the game, but somebody came up to me and was like, hey, you just set the record. I was like, what record? And then they ran away. So I was like, okay, no, well.
So that was after that 6-1? That's when you...
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Jonathan, can you talk a little bit after a game like this? Do you ice down the leg? And was there any point on the sideline where you were standing there and they just kept calling your name and you're like, what, again? Yeah,
Yeah, definitely going to go home, do a lot of recovery this week. And yeah, the 55 in the second half, I thought we were going to punt the ball and they yelled money. So I was like, all right, I guess it's time to go kick. But yeah.
Jonathan, sorry, over here.
No, you're...
So the kick at the end of the first half, is it a little bit tough when your first miss of the season comes from 55 yards on a night where you make 6, or do you not hold yourself too much to blame for that one?
I try not to think about my misses. You know, I don't want to think too much about any kick. It's upsetting because I know I can make that kick. But like I said earlier, it was just a blessing to be able to get that many opportunities.
And then it hit the 50, you missed from 55, and it hit from 55. I think the second one into the wind.
It was, yeah.
Did that make it even feel like redemption for that?
I wouldn't say redemption. I would just say it was just another opportunity.
Yeah, Jonathan, after every field goal, I saw Chuck running onto the field and hyping you up. Kind of, how does it make you feel to have like one of the biggest leaders on the defense come and show you how important he is to you?
It's awesome. Chuck's a great guy. He's got a big heart, and I'm just super excited to see him have the year he's had.
Jonathan, we know you're a man of faith. Can you give us a lesson in humility? You broke a record, but how are you going to approach it? How are you going to go about it? And how do you kind of manage and help us kind of learn how to deal with things like this?
Yeah, a big thing that I've been trying to maintain is just continue to be humble. And I think if you watch the replay of my miss after I got hit, I think that's a pretty humbling. I made a weird face. But yeah, I would say that was really humbling. But, you know, just going into this week like every other week, you know, not changing anything, not changing my preparation, and just preparing for next week.
Jonathan, over here. Not to ask a negative question on the day you set a school record, but I'm just wondering about the kickoffs not getting in the end zone. Was that a plan for any point, like you wanted them to return them, or were those just short kickoffs for whatever reason?
Yeah, I was just getting under them a little bit too much. And a couple of them, I pushed a little to the right, just wasn't locked out on contact, which caused the ball to fade right a little bit. Kicking into the wind, obviously, isn't ideal, but there were definitely some kickoffs that I wish I had back.
I mean, obviously, your field goals were the only offense for a long while. Do you feel a sense of pressure out there going into those moments?
No, not at all. Not at all. You know, like I said earlier, my faith is everything, and I just go out and I take it as an opportunity, and I just praise God just for the opportunity.
All right, anything else for Jonathan? All right, thank you.